Present perfect versus the present continuous tense. What's the difference? As I mentioned in the previous part of the course, I normally tell my students that the present perfect tense is for a finished action in the past without a specific time frame, okay? And this way, it's easier for them to identify when to use the present perfect versus the simple past tense, okay? The next tense is the present perfect continuous tense, okay? The present perfect continuous tense is telling us that it's ongoing. Remember, whenever you see the continuous tenses in English, you know that it's an ongoing action, okay? So in this particular case, it's telling us that it's an action that generated or started in the past and it continues onto this moment, so the present moment, and it could even go on into the future, okay? So that's the main difference between the present perfect tense and the present perfect continuous tense. What's the structure? For the present perfect tense, we have the verb to be, the verb to have, conjugated in the present tense, then the past participle of the main verb. For example, I have written a novel. She has written a novel, okay? But in the present perfect continuous tense, we have to use the continuous form of the main verb. So the first verb that we're going to use is the verb to have, okay? So I have, you have, he, she, it has, we have, they have. So the conjugation of the verb to have. Then we have to use been. It's always going to be been, okay? And then the main verb, we're going to add ing to the end of that verb. For example, I have been reading a novel since last week. If you check the two sentences, so let's go back to the first sentence in the present perfect, okay? I have written a novel. This is giving you the idea that it's a completed action in the past, okay? We're just not specifying when we did that action. The other one says, I have been reading a novel since last week, okay? So this is indicating that it's an ongoing action that we started in the past, and it's been going for like an entire week up to this moment, okay? The next example, she has written a novel. This is also indicating that it's a completed action in the past, okay, without a specific time frame. The next one is she has been reading a novel since last week. This is indicating that she started the action in the past and it continues up to this present moment, okay? Perfect.